This time I will show you how to use foam spools for long hook links for feeder fishing. Before showing how to use these foam spools, I will quickly cover advantages these spools has. They are made out of foam and it makes them very light. You could put 100 of them in your seed box or in your bag and the weight wouldn't increase at all. Also, they would float in the water, so if you would drop one in the water it wouldn't sink. It would be on the surface, so you would be able to just grab it and use it. Also, they are very durable. You can damage them no matter what you do. Also, it's very good that they are very cheap and they store decent amount of hook links on them compared to the price. Also, it's very practical that they have flat surfaces, so you can put plenty of information about hook link diameter, the length, hook size and over. And now let's take a quick look how to use these foam spools. Now let's try to put a couple of hook links onto the spool. As I haven't prepared any hook links in advance, I will have to tie a couple. I won't explain every single step how to tie a hook link because I did demonstrate it in a separate video. You can see that video just in the corner. I will make it about 50 centimeters this time. That's one done. Let's put it aside. That's a second one done. let's get hooks out of the way now. So we have a couple of hook links. Then it's very simple. I will grab the first one and will put the hook just in the foam, just like that. And then we'll start making wraps around the spool. It's very important to make sure that the wraps would go on the other side than the hook's point, because by doing so you will decrease the possibility that the hook will snag the wraps and mess up your hook links. And then once we have it wrapped up and we have our loop here, then it's just a case of taking the next hook link and just putting the hook into the loop, and then whilst holding, of course, everything tight, just putting the hook more or less in the same position or on the same line as the first one, and again making some wraps. And that's it. We have two hook links nicely onto the spool, and you can put, as I mentioned, 20 hook links easy on those spools most of the time. Then it's just the case of taking a pin, which most of the time is supplied with the spool, and whilst holding it under tension, just put the pin into the loop and then set it into the foam, and that's it. Everything neat. And when you want to use a hook link, just take the pin out, dig it somewhere else, or just put it somewhere else, and the hook link will be ready in a second, just like that. And then you put the pin back into the foam. As simple as that. Very, very nice and simple system. Believe or not, but you can improve a little bit how you store your hook links on these spools as well. Everything is very, very simple. You just grab your spool without any hook links on it, and you just make a little cut in it. Not very deep, I would say up to 1 centimeter. And you just go around nicely. It's very important that the cut would be not in the middle of that area where the line goes, but just in the corner where the lip meets the base of the area where line goes. So just in the corner. And we will be putting the hooks into that little cut, so they would be neater and we would have more space for our line. By doing so, you will be increasing the capacity of these spools, so you will be able to put many more hook links into these spools. So I will make a couple more hook links now and will put them in this spool, and you will see how neatly and nicely they go into this little cut. So let's tie a couple more hook links. That's one done. Let's put it aside. And that's the second done. So now let's put these hook links onto the spool, which has a cut in it. The steps are the same more or less, but we are not digging the hook into the foam, we're just putting the hook nicely in the cut, just like that. And then doing more or less the same steps, just making wraps. Then the next hook link goes into the loop again, and then it goes into the cut, and we are repeating the same steps. And the last hook link, I could put on it like 20 at least hook links with decent size hooks as well. And last hook link is fastened with the pin, just like that. So you can see it's super neat. The hooks are nicely in the cut, and the hook points are not exposed at all, so they can't interact with the wraps. And it just means that you will be able to put many more hook links, and it will be safer as well, as hook links, hook points are hidden. So yeah, if we would compare, that's a simple way, a normal way, and that's my improved way. In my opinion, this way is much better, because you can put many more hook links on, and also it's just safer. So that's really perfect. I hope this video will be useful for you feeder anglers. I would recommend using these spools because they are very good product. You can use not necessarily guru ones, you can buy any really, as long as they are made out of decent quality foam, and you will be fine. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.